We're back here tonight to heal, powered by Amudim, presented by Charity Bids, and Rabbi Gluck is, of course, the co-founder and CEO of Amudim, and he's here with us. I'm going to first start off with congratulations, because I must say, that is a very impressive number we're looking at. 78%, 3.9 million. I'm sure with all the difficulties of fundraising, and we know how big of a challenge it is, you must be thrilled that at this point of the night, this is where we're at.
So I'm thrilled, really. The main reason why I'm thrilled is because it's a testament to those that reach out to us for help. All too often in our community, people are always saying the community doesn't care, people aren't interested. And, while we still have a long way to go, it's definitely a very powerful testament. Each person that makes a donation is sending a very clear message to those that are in pain, those that are suffering, and those that are struggling. And that is really why we're here. People ask me, you go crazy for 2 weeks out of the year, and, we don't have a fundraiser at Amudim. I do the fundraising, and I'm the CEO. So it's almost like, well, what's better? Should I be going parlor meetings every month, or do I just, kill myself for a couple of weeks, and not literally, of course, and just do what we can? But really, this is, and it's a tough year this year. I have to say, there's between the economy and interest rates, and it's really a tough year, which is even so much more so that people are giving and giving generously. And we just have to say, please keep on giving, and I'm not going to be happy with 5 million. I want to show people that we care, and let's raise more. Yeah. But no, this is definitely a good start.
But still, it's a big goal, 5 million. And you talk about the testament that the community has shown to the work that Amudim is doing. I think just the fact that there's a $5 million budget, and I know the budget's larger, but just that for this purpose, it's a $5 million goal, tells us just how much work that is being done, just how important the work is that's being done.
Right, so, we have this question a lot, and, I was talking to Rabbi about this because, I like to kvetch, as every director of any Jewish nonprofit, or any nonprofit for that matter, will do. And I was like, the numbers and the amount of people that are calling. And he put me back in my place, and he goes, it doesn't mean more people are having problems. It means they're finally comfortable to reach out for help. So we try to just keep that in mind, and we try to just look at the fact that we're able to have the staff size that we do, and we're able to provide the therapy subsidies and the case management and getting people the proper care. It's really, as a result of the community. We would never be able to do this alone. And, it's just something that it's just special. I never dreamt that it would be like this. I was watching, as you were asking Yumi Schechter, who I must say, Yumi forgot to tell you the most important part of the story. He had called me, I called him, or a mutual contact put us in touch with each other 7-8 months earlier, before anything was even a discussion. And
before year one.
Before COVID. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me these ideas that he had, and I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, lamachup, literally, just leave me alone, And he's like, yeah, you don't understand. I do this in the non-Jewish world, and it would be an honor to help Amudim. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, and then when COVID hit, I did not remember that he was the same person. And he did not remind me. He purposely didn't, because he wasn't looking to make any waves. And when the production got put together, we realized that, first of all, Yami's a rock star. But he asked something about what has changed in the 3 years since he's been producing this. And I have to say to you that even today alone, the amount of emails and requests for help that came in as a direct result of people saying, I did not realize that Amudim would help me even if I live in this state, or this in this country, or you deal with these and these things.
This problem,
and they felt comfortable. And that's really a testament to this event, because it's not just a fundraiser, but it's also about awareness. And awareness is what gets people the strength both to be able to do better prevention and to be able to reach out when they need help.
It's interesting. You mentioned a moment ago how people are now less hesitant because of as Rabbi Brudny pointed out to you. It makes one think that every time the Amudim phone rings or an email is received asking for help, the number of days or weeks or months that person, young or old, has struggled with whether they should pick up that phone and whether they should contact your organization. Just that pain they've dealt with about what to do and should I or shouldn't I, etc. All of that is, coming to a head as they actually finally make the call. There's so much behind the story as that's happening.
You don't even know what you're saying. You don't even realize it, because it's not just how many months or years that they've been waiting, but it's also having to be extra careful when that phone is being answered. It's not just answering a phone and saying, hello,
just
Amudim.
hang it up.
This is about making sure that, people call us up and they ask us for things that we don't do. And we're very careful not to just say, I'm sorry, we don't do that. Literally, the staff are amazing, and they're trained to open that conversation. Because just because the person's calling for aid doesn't mean that's really what they need. Or who says they'll make another call? If somebody calls up and goes, I need this and this, and we'll go to this and this place. But it's really about engaging. And you know what? So many people have said to us, and we get so many messages afterwards of, I called Amudim because of this, but in reality, I had so many other issues, and the staff really figured it out. So it's not just about that it took them so long to make that call, but it's to do whatever we can to make sure that they'll continue to get whatever help they need and not just give up because they made that call and they didn't get the response that they wanted, even if it's not the response that they thought they would need. So,
and the truth is that, and this may sound a bit complicated, but sometimes until they meet your therapists and until they're officially getting help, they themselves may not be 100% sure what the exact problem is until it's identified.
So that is very, very true. And, that's why people, we were a little bit of a statistical junkies, and we keep track of the over 14,000 individuals we've helped, and we keep track of what they initially called us for and then what the issues actually were, and age and gender and marital status and, where they live. And there's a lot of data that we pull. And it's almost without fail that the initial statement made, what we call the reason for opening the case, versus the reality of what's needed, are not the same. And that's okay. And that's why we hired therapists to be the case managers for that exact reason. Because, our staff, it's not just about saying, here, this is the right therapist. It's about managing the care from A to Z. And that means from when the person first calls to dealing with their family, to dealing with the programs, insurance, etc.